Hi everybody, welcome to the stream today. Hope you all keeping nice, safe, and keeping yourselves well. Yeah. So Monday I went to. Oh, hold on. Let me say I'm live to everybody. I'm live. Or live, Wheeze. There we go. Alive. Honey, I'm beautiful. Anyways, guys, I hope you had a wonderful day so far. I did. Me and my wife went up to Canterbury for the day, or I should say for the couple of days. We had a really good time. We had a nice little boat ride, didn't we, love? Went to lots of shops. Rachel brought a lot of sweeties and food. As predicted. I finally got myself Pathfinder 2nd edition. So I was well happy about that because I just couldn't find it anywhere. They kept selling out everywhere. So that made me a super, super happy bunny. Yeah, so I had a really good time. I actually nearly fell asleep on the boat. And afterwards, because I was so relaxed, I was like, yeah, I could doze like this. But yeah, it was a really fun, relaxing time. We had a great 4th anniversary. And here's to next year, hopefully. So, well, it should be. It better be. But yeah, just generally a good time all round. Hold on. Something ain't right here. What's going on? Something's a bit weird and I don't like it. Sounded a bit American, didn't I? Something a bit weird and I don't like it anymore. I don't know, just check what I see. Yeah, something's a bit weird here. Something ain't right. Something being a bit rude. I think my image is just poofed. It just gone and poofed. But anyways, guys, we are here for the arts today. So let's get this on the road, shall we? So, anyways, guys, follow me on the social medias. Oh, let's turn that down a little bit. There we go. So, yeah, 4-leaf clovers will be coming not this Monday, but the next Monday coming. So that's going to be quite a fun time for us all. Also, guys, there's 2 ways if you wish to support me. Sub onto my Twitch channel and or donate on my Ko-fi. I am skipping that track. There we go. Nope. There we go. Sorry, I was skipping that track. But also, you can get my manga series also as ebooks on Amazon Kindle and Google Play Books. Both ebook versions. If you want to get the physical versions, however, you can get your hands on it through my Ko-fi. Just remember, postage packaging is a huge thing, so just remember that. Also, follow me on these other social medias as well, which is Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Wow, I actually remembered all for once. And also, for those who watching this from the past, in the future, I should say, yes, because I could time warp, can't I? No, but if you are watching this from the future, you can get me on Twitch as well to catch up on all my streams and say hello to me in person, so we can have a little less conversation, a little more action, please. Sort of thing. And also merchandise. I nearly forgot about that. That just appeared on here. You can get Vamp Lost Soul merchandise. You can get T-Cult merchandise. You can get 4-leaf clovers merchandise. Just remember, the 4-leaf clover merchandise, half of it does go to charity. So yeah, go support. I think that's pretty much every announcement I've got so far. There's no conventions for now and stuff like that. So let's get digging in. Let's slam on this. Right. As we're going to slam onto art, I'm going to sort out my stream deck because Vamp was being a herpaderp and didn't set the preferences back to normal because I use 2 different sets. I use art set. There we go. Done. So we are back on art now. There we go. Awesome. So we hopefully won't switch scenes to the D&D stuff. Because that would be absolute no. But anyways, today we will be doing some more Revamp Volume 1. I'm working on this while Volume 5 is getting proofread. So don't worry, Volume 5 is on the way. We're just waiting for it to be proofread. That's all it is. Oh, yeah. So, and right now we are on the sketching stage because, well, I was on the red sketch stage, which is, but my other things had other ideas, and he just went, "How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard?" So for now, we are just dealing with this. So that's fine by me. I could deal with it, but yes, guys, tell me what you've been up to. Like I say, me and my wife have had just celebrated our 4th wedding anniversary. If you have celebrated your own anniversary or your folks or whatever, let us know. I like wholesome stories, and I'm sure everyone here does too. So, you know, got something to share it with us. Just keep it PG, kids, all right? Otherwise, I have to send you to the great horny jail. And we don't want that, do we? We don't want that. Well, I don't know. Some of you might actually. Come to think of it, I'll say we don't. None of you want that. And then I just thought about it. I was like, nah, some of you would. Straight off the bat. It's like, actually. But yeah. Anyways, let's get on with the show, shall we? The show must go on, 'cause I want it now. Oh God. But yeah. That was a really lovely boat ride. If you go out to Canterbury, I think it's called. Hold on, let me get the name up because. Hold on, Tour Boat Guides Canterbury. I've probably spelled Canterbury wrong, but hopefully it will. There we go. Sorry, there we go. Westgate Punts. They got a lovely little cafe. So shout out to you guys, Westgate Punts. If you want a nice little tour around the river, go to them. Seriously, like they are absolutely awesome. You could get a private one. If you don't mind sharing space, pardon me. You can share space with people as well. So we got lucky because we booked we didn't mind sharing, and we ended up getting a private tour anyways because no one else turned up. It was like, yes, it was good, wasn't it, Rach? And I had to tell Rachel to don't steal the duckies, didn't I? Because Rachel saw a duckling and it was really cute, wasn't it, Rach? And I had to keep telling her off to not steal the ducky. Can't steal duckies, Rachel. No, you can't, and you know it, young lady. This is what I have to do. I have to tell her off because anything cute, my wife will want. But the problem is, if you tell her no, yeah. Luckily, the no worked this time. For now. I say for now. Trust me. When I say for now, I mean literally. It probably only worked for now. But yeah. And also, me and my wife, finally, because there's enough dub episodes to binge through, me and Rachel have been starting to watch the new season of Demon Slayer, the Sword Village arc. I think we just started the 2nd episode, so please, guys, no spoilers. If you have watched it, me and my wife do want to actually watch it. So yeah, so just letting you know, just keep the spoilers to yourselves. Right, I think what I'm going to do is change the plans this and only have the icicle on, the icicle sort of like cannon thing on, because I think that would actually be a little bit more like cool with the scene. Because sometimes rule call out rules sort of like the actual scene as well. So I think that's what we're going to do. And then we do that. And then there. Yeah, that is it. It looks pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Okay, and the last but not least, we're going to do another square here. But yeah, guys, if tell me if you have celebrated anything special lately, let me know. It doesn't have to be an anniversary. It can be something like a personal achievement or whatever. If you have celebrated something, just pop down. Just pop down and say hello. Pop down and we'll have a nice little chatty chats. Okay? And if not, I will have to steal your fucking tea. Because you're not fucking speaking to me. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I wouldn't be that evil. Or would I? That's the real question. You never know. But no. All seriousness, no pressure. Feel free. You know, I just like to have a little natter with my audience. That's all. Just you know, find out what's going on in the neighbourhood. if you know what I mean. If it does look good in the neighborhood, who are you gonna call? Fucking Blockbusters, obviously. Hey, Mark Bear, welcome to the stream. How you been? How you been? How you been? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's life been treating you so far? How's life been going? Ooh. Just get that off. There we go. Oh god, my nose has been a bit. Maybe I am starting to get a bit allergic to pollen. To be honest, it's not going to surprise me. I feel like the last 2 years of COVID has just been like, yup. But yeah, Demon, how you been? How you been? How you been? And by the way, Demon. Yesterday, I celebrated me and my wife's wedding anniversary, and we went to Canterbury, and we did some fun stuff. And I was on the boat. Rachel tried to steal some duckies. Well, not duckies, more like ducklings. Tried to steal some ducklings. I told her off because, you know, you can't bring ducklings home. And could you imagine my wife bringing home a duckling? It would be a freaking nightmare. Oh, God, can you imagine? It'd be my fucking Vamp's worst PR nightmare. Vamp's wife has stolen a baby duck of a mother. What a monster. It's like, no, she just loves cute stuff so much. Please do not mind my wife. My wife is just a little crazy. Do not worry about her. No, how you been, Demon? How you been? What have you been up to? I was asking if you have celebrated something important lately. Let me know. I'm okay. Not my best mentally. Oh no, my brain ain't. My brain ain't braining. I love that word. My brain ain't braining. So I do apologize in advance for the slow typing. Yeah, I've been okay. Like I said, I'm in a very, very good mood. Like I said, I celebrated me and my wife's 4th wedding anniversary. I had to stop us stealing some baby ducks from when we had the Canterbury tour, but but other than that, it was pretty cool. It was a pretty good trip. I enjoyed it at the very least. So, you know, my wife may not because, you know, she wanted to steal some baby ducks, but you know, there you go. But but oh god, that triangle ain't straight. Why you ain't straight, Mr. Triangle? That road. Triangle being rude, my man. That triangle being rude. It wasn't gonna do what I told it. It wasn't going straight. There we go. But then again, we're all bed around here. Doing my best Pegasus impression. But there we go. Transform, scale, rotate. No, I want. No, scale, rotate. My brain ain't working. It's got a big mouth for grams here. I'm gonna put them in my mouth. Oh yeah. Oh god, that's an old tune. That is. Oh, Jocelyn. Jocelino, thank you for the follow. If I did slaughter your name, I do apologize. Welcome to the stream. How you been today? I hope life's been treating you well. What you been up to? Have you celebrated anything of import lately to yourself? Like I say, it does have to be like some sort of relationship anniversary. It could be anything. We don't mind. Share away. And if you got any artwork, by the way, Jocelino, feel free to jump on our Discord. You could put ! Discord, and you can jump on. You could jump on and be part of the tea cult. We won't indoctrinate you and force you to drink tea or anything. I swear, we're good boys and girls around here, aren't we? Pardon me. That was the weakest burp I ever did. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you are doing well. Right. So what we're gonna do is draw out the body line first, just to make sure everything's in proportions. Everything's in the right proportions in all the right places, if you know what I mean, and not in the kinky way. But yeah, like I say, guys, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome, new friends. Yes, the best is beans are here. Yep. Yeah, the best beans are here. Because we got a big bag of crabs here. Oh, Jesus. That song has been stuck in my head literally all month. And I'll tell you what, it's from like, I'm not sure. If anyone's of my age generation, they might actually remember this. Like, Weevil and Bob, like, they did a load of different animations. And one of them was that song I keep singing. But yeah, fuck it all. not one of us bites, I might maybe a little. My bear, behave. I might have to send you to the jail. The jail of horny. You're horny. Oh, and thank you. And by the way, for the recent stuff, thank you, Novi Bear, for the follow as well. Recently, from 3 days ago. Thank you very much. But yeah. Anyways, we'll do a little ear thing here just to make sure. Now, we're not actually going to draw all this in. It's just to make sure all the body proportions are in the right places, if you know what I mean. When your hands... I was going to say a crude song then, and I just stopped myself right now and went, hold on a minute. Stop, hold up. Slow down. I was out to put myself in that little jail and say, no, Vamp, naughty Vamp, behave, Vamp. Anyways... Sound like storybook me, isn't it? Vamp must behave. Bye. But yeah, so what we're doing is we're just getting the body layout first, just to make sure I'm up there. Also, 44th anniversary event, by the way. Not sure if the message sent her. How nice would it to get your wife? No, we don't want to do it. Oh, WhatsApp? Oh, what are you drawing? Right, sorry, because you went. I literally put WhatsApp. Irina, you drawing, and I was like, no, you're saying what are you drawing? So I'm gonna zoom back. I will zoom back to the previous page that I have done so far. So literally, and welcome by the way, Lino, to the chat and the tea cult. You are now indoctrinated. No, I'm joking. I'm here to steal your tea, and you are now indoctrinated into our cult. Now you must steal tea in my place. So I am a self-published mangaka, or a Western mangaka, I should call it, to be more accurate. So I do my own manga series called Vamp the Lost Soul. I've self-published 4 volumes. I'm working on a revamp of Volume 1. Do not worry, for anyone who owns Volume 1 and 2, which is the volumes I'm revamping, will get a free PDF for this. This is just a passion project because my art style has kind of evolved since Volume 3, and I kind of just gone, hey, let's do something a little bit fun while we're waiting for Volume 5 to be proofread, because that's Volume 5's on proofreading stage now. So yeah, so I'm just doing this. That's the last page I've done, and this is the new page I'm doing. So yeah, I'm really super excited, because Volume 1 revamp is not just upgrading the artwork, but adding extra chapters as well. Chapters that I really wanted to add, but due to like page restraints and stuff like that, I had to cut out content. So literally, when I say revamp is a passion project, I literally mean it. It's not like a business move or anything. It's just something I've always wanted to do since my artwork updated. And it's a bit like, I want to see how far I have come overall. So yeah, thank you for the hydrate. I'm gonna drink my Lipton peach iced tea. Yeah, I'm gonna hydrate with some Lipton peach iced tea. Thank you for the hydrate, my bear. And by the way, I don't do that song every time. It's just I'm actually really excited because I got a big fat ass bottle of Lipton peach iced tea, because I've actually found a make of iced tea. No, my iced tea. No, fuck you, Maka. No, my iced tea. Fuck you. By the way, that's one of my redeems. If you steal my tea, you get me to do my my little annoyed I guess it's my equivalent to an anime annoyed voice. It's like, no, fuck you, no, my tea. But at the same time, it just sounds like super childish. I don't know why I'm giving Jamino a feminine figure here. Yeah, you're laughing. You don't steal my iced tea. No, fuck you, my iced tea, motherfucker. No way, no sorry. That's it. That's the more manly way to tell somebody, though. It's like, why was I giving Jamino a female figure? Is that because, I tell you what, it's because I'm doing the hourglass, like, body shape sort of mannequin, because obviously it's made for both sexes, but I keep forgetting to build out my muscles. Is this what I think it is? I think this is the One Piece theme in lo-fi. Da, 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 da. That we're looking for. It is. One Piece. Yeah, it is. It is the One Piece theme. I was listening to it, I was like, that can't be the One Piece theme. But it was. I was pleasantly surprised. But yeah, oh, Demon. I finally got 2nd edition Pathfinder. I finally got my hands on it. Because I know I talked about it every now and again to people. It's like, yeah, I want to try new RPG systems, and I want to start with Pathfinder 2E because it's very similar to 5th edition, but apparently it's a lot more meatier and complicated and very resource-based, like sort of tabletop RPG. So I'm really happy I got my hands on that. Sorry guys, I'm nerding out a little. Yeah! Dude, seriously, I've read, literally, I can't get myself on camera because I've got no shirt and my wife might come upstairs, so that's why I use my VTuber avatar. But seriously, the book is like it's like 2 times thicker than the player's handbook from D&D. About, hold on. We're gonna use my hand thing. So my hand's gone. Oh my god, my model thing, my model thing's not doing what I need it to do. But are you going to show my hand? Oh, you're gonna. Yeah, it doesn't do my hand closing. I need to get a better program. it's not collision in my hand good enough. Yeah, that ain't good. Whoops. But yeah, it's a really thick book. Oh my gosh, since when did you get since V up? I'm not sure if you heard the news. The 3D VTubing, I had to go back to VZ Face. So I found this handy little app that tracks hands. I can't do anything more complicated. I can wave and stuff, but I can't really do anything too crazy, sadly, other than that. So yeah, I can now move my hands. I can wave. I can stick my middle fingers up if someone misbehaves, stuff like that. Like, it's good. I kind of wanted to make my like movements a bit more like fluid. So for now, this will do until I get a certain item, because I want to get a certain item, which is the body leap motion, to sort of get my movements a bit more smoother than this. But for now, this will do. It will do for now until I get the money together for it. Because at the moment, I'm trying to keep the money together for Volume 5. Obviously, we've hit a bit of a snag with our... I'm not sure, like... I'm not bet you don't know. You guys don't know. So while we were having our anniversary, this is a little story. Now, keep in mind, I do sympathize with this guy's problem, but he's causing problems by not doing what he should be doing without sounding too horrible. So we've hit a snag with our mortgage. So it's nothing too bad. It's just the problem is the guy hasn't found anywhere where he wants to be. He's been offered other alternative accommodations and that, but he's now refusing to move out because of it. And it's causing us problems, essentially. So we are delayed in moving to our lovely new home. Or buying our new home. Yeah, like, I sympathize with his position, because he probably wants to be near his girls, so he can he can basically go where he needs to go, because we're not in contact with a guy. This is a guy who rents off another landlord, but judging from the pictures, he's probably someone who has the girls only on the weekend and that. But yeah, he's refusing to move out, and now all the lawyers and, well, not lawyers, but our people are trying to get him out as soon as possible. So it's like the person who we're buying the property from, because the thing is, he did have 2 months notice, to be fair. But to be honest, I do understand in this economy it is hard to find a new home, especially where you want to be. But the problem is, by not moving, because the thing is, me and my wife were chatting about this, like, the guy could easily, and I mean very easily, just move somewhere a little bit further for now and then come back in when he's got the option to. But sadly, it's harsh times, and we do sympathize for him. At the same time, kind of don't at the same time, because we know he's had warning, we know this has happened, he's had time to look for it. But yeah, it's hopefully it gets sorted on both sides. As much as I don't want this to happen to him, like, it might, if he keeps it up, because he has been offered properties, it's just because it's not where he wants to be. So the problem is, he gets what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to think, how do I put this? Like he just wants to be where he wants to be, but like me and my wife said, he could have just easily just moved out for now and just take what he can get until he can find somewhere better. I mean, it's not me trying to be horrible. It's just at the end of the day, like, I see one side of the argument, I see the other side of the argument as well. But the problem is I'm hoping it resolves peacefully and without getting the bailiffs involved, because if he keeps refusing, it could take a few months for us to get him out the home and stuff like that. It's not a nice situation, because we don't want to do that to somebody, but at the same time, it's like, well, we did buy the home for us to move in, and we've only got so much time until our mortgage offer from the bank runs out, because we have asked to try and get it extended. Our banks at the moment are saying no, that what we're lending from. So if you get what I mean, if we don't get that, that's now going to cost us more money in interest, and interest has gone up twice since then. I know people think, oh, it's only gone up twice. It's like, yes, but the problem is it's gone up by an astronomical amount, which means we'll be paying more than what we've originally agreed to for the first 5 years, which we really don't want to do. So it's kind of, it's fucking a lot of people over at once. Yeah, I'm hoping as well, but if push comes to shove, it'd be like, mate, look, you had your chance. It's a hard situation, and I got a feeling there's no real right answer to it, because, you know, we want to get out of the rental space because we don't want to be put up the price rising. And the problem is with rent as well, and this is the major problem, unless you're with somebody who you know won't sell their property anytime soon and they're trusted, it's that looming threat over your head if you're going to get kicked out because of X, Z, and Y reasons. Like, maybe, like, you know, they've run out of money, so they need to sell out the property, or, like, you know, like, there's 101 reasons why things could go really wrong really fast for somebody, or they might need to sell their property. So it's just, we're hoping, like, it will. Yeah, I have the image of him carrying a guy out, like, in a like a suitcase. Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. No, I'm hoping not either. You know, like I say, I do sympathize with the guy's situation, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, you had options and you could have made things easier on everyone and yourself. But you're making it harder on yourself instead of thinking it rationally and go, okay, because this is something, if I was in that situation, and this is personally me, if I had daughters and all that, and I was in that situation, I would have just moved somewhere else near-ish temporarily, or at least just take the first accommodation they give me. Because he was offered accommodation as well. So yeah, it's rough. Like, I would have just took it and then worked on a better place after that. But that's just my opinion. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, it's hard times, and when you're being offered accommodation right off the bat and take it as fast as possible, secure for your time being. Yeah, exactly. That's the point I made. Is it's not like he's had no help. He's had help. He's had offers of places. It's just he's refusing because it's not where he wants to be. And it's like, dude, I know it sucks. I know you want to be near your daughters, and I understand that. But logically, at the same time, we are not, like, the economy's not in the strongest position right now, and you have to take what you can get, because rent is escalating. Like, the interest is escalating. It's to be honest, it's becoming really fucking messy, really fucking fast, and it's like, dude, you might need to take what you can get right now, because trust me, there's not many that's going to offer as great as as what they're offering. But like I say, that's, again, it's personally me, it's my opinion. There might be more to it, I don't know. Like, there might be something more to it. We do know he's been served the right paperwork and stuff like that, so we know he was aware of the situation. But it's just, there could be 101 reasons why maybe he did find somewhere and it fall flat, and now he's trying to use this as a way to sort of buy himself more time. You know, people have done that before. You know, like that, I saw a whole documentary on people who are trying to get home with counseling, and the problem is it's so overwhelmed with so many emergencies and stuff like that. Like it's not as easy as you walking into like Bexley Council, for example, and go, hey, I'm going to become homeless, give me a home. Like, you have to be put on a list and goddamn everything. And even then, you could be in emergency accommodation in a hotel and that, with your stuff in a locker depot for like a long time. That's where the major problem lies. It's like I say, it's a rough situation, and like I say, it's very hard. But sometimes we just need to do what we got to do, you know. We got to do it. Just do it sometimes. We just sometimes got to hustle and move it. And sadly, it's a tough world out there, because, like, you know, I know he's not meaning to screw us over, and I get, like, you know, he needs his things, but, you know, it's a hard situation. It's one of those, like I say, it's definitely one of those, like, hard to answer situations. Like, morally, I would love to help this dude out, but we do not have that time or resources, or, like, we were lucky to get this mortgage because we saved up so much money. Like, me and my wife have got very lucky in that respect. That we both saved up a lot of money beforehand. But yeah, it is very hard, and like I say, I do feel very sorry for him. But it's like, what else can you do? You know what I mean? Like, if I was a millionaire, like say, then money was no object. Yeah, I would give people as many homes as possible, but sadly, I'm not. You know, maybe one day if my manga gets blown up and that, maybe I'll use my money for the good of people. You know, it's a dream. To be honest, I would be that kind of person. Like, I can see myself easily doing that, because it's like I said to Rachel, like, I see it as, right, if I earn, like, from my books, I earn like 3 million a year. Yeah, like 3-4 mil. Like 1 mil, 2 mil, I could be set for the rest of my life. I could put that into a savings account. I'll be like, yeah, we're good. You know, we can sort this out. I'll go full-time mangaka. My wife could carry on working as well, so we'll be still good on that front. Buy ourselves a home. I probably would give them a lot of money to, like, charities. The thing I would like to do, honestly, is start my own business, and sort of, you know, either one or two things will happen. One, I'll start my own publishing company and help other artists out there to get out there. And, you know, as a fellow artist myself, I could install things that can really help other artists to get to blow up and stuff like that. Just things like that. Or even just opening up my own geek store, which I will support, like, artists and say, like, look, you know, we only take 10% of your profit margin. Yeah, the rest is you, sort of thing. So the rest is yours. So, you know, like, I would want to do stuff like that. I want to try and give back as much as possible. You know, so many ideas I have, but so little time to do it. But yeah, I think that's what I would do personally. And then if that blows out and then gets a load of cash out of it, then I will put that cash to, like, good use and maybe help people and stuff like that. Hell to the yes, I'll be there daily. No, dude, I don't mind. Dude, you be my daily customer. I'll love it. Oh god, need to hydrate those vocals. But yeah, it's you know, and then probably like, you know, I don't know, like I probably would buy a few homes and probably rent a couple out as well, like stuff like that. But because like I could just buy a home straight up, I just don't. Yeah, I mean, rent's cheap. Go ahead. You know, it ain't no bother on my shoes. You know, it's probably stuff like that kind of shit I would do. You know, stick it to the man in a way. Can you imagine me just sticking it to the man that way? I'd be like, yeah, what are you gonna do? How'd you stick it to the man? Yeah, fuck you, cheap rent. Oh, undo, and then just sort of, there we go. And then what we do is we need to make sure those eyes are down, and then just sort of, that's it. Stick it to the man. Oh god, 90s, the 90s me's coming back, guys. I'm totally radical, dude. Fuck the man. Yeah, make the man pay your rent. Yeah. Could you imagine? Could you imagine me as some extreme dude for the 90s? And I'd be like, yeah, pedal to the metal. Extreme, dude. Fuck the man. Oh god, with a cheesy 90 character where he's like Calabunga, man. Yeah, you rock or something, motherfucker. Could you imagine? Oh god. That would okay, so I've sketched out what I needed. Just sort of, there we go. Awesome. There we go. Awesome. Right, now we've worked that. Oh, speaking of geek things though, I found Demon Slayer art book recently. Ooh. What, you treating yourself to it? Are you treating yourself to it, Bear? I bet you are, aren't you? Yeah, Nino, what are you up to, by the way? If you got any art to show off, feel free. Drop it in the Discord. We like looking at other people's art. I said that so deep as well. It's just like, you ain't over, I know you're hiding. Could you imagine just me as a serial killer? I'll be singing like Christmas songs in like July or something, like, he's checking it once, he's checking it twice. I'm gonna find out who's naughty or not. Or my calling card would be, of a motherfucker, where are you? God, could you imagine that? Could you imagine me just hurrying people to come out? I was like, alright, have a motherfucker. God. Can you imagine how fucking creepy that would be? Especially how deep I could do it. It's like, a motherfucker. And then just come out with a machete and they'd be like, oh shit. It'd be like horny to oh no in like 50 seconds. It'd be like, oh yeah, oh no, oh no. And I'd be like, oh god. To be honest, me being an agent of chaos, I probably would fucking do that. Actually, I could do that as a D&D character. I could be a serial killer and I could be the Ara killer. It's like, that's the last thing people hear before they die. Ara. Could you imagine? I would probably drive many a fucking DM nuts with that one. I'd be like, fucking, what are you doing, Vamp? I'd be like, what do you think you're doing? I'm doing this. What are you doing? Oh, God. That'd be funny. Nice, you got the book. Feel free to show it off if you want. Hold on. Just try to sort out this face. What's the matter with you? Hey, got to know the spit. Oh god, that is an old she shanty song, isn't it? Well, it's not really a she shanty. It's one of those like seaside songs. It's like, oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. Jesus. Actually, guys, I'm quite curious. Anyone who's outside the UK, does any of you guys have seaside songs? And if you do, put the lyrics down. Seriously. I am very, very curious to see what other countries' seaside songs sound like. just out of pure curiosity, because there must be other countries with seaside songs out there. Like, there must be. Like, I have to know. Like, you must tell me now. This is law now. You must tell me. Ooh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here together, shall we? Oh! Wow. I was not expecting that for a cover from him. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty wholesome cover, like, for a art book. I was not expecting that from him. I was expecting sort of the whole, like, one of the characters using their sort of, like, sword style. That took me back a little. I was like, oh, okay. That seems to be pretty funny. Not funny as in haha, like I didn't expect him to do something like that. Like, that's something I would do. Like, my manga, darkness and suffering for characters, and then there's just like wholesome art scenes that I've done. I bet you've read my books. You know exactly what I'm on about with VTLS. Like it's crazy. Oh, dude, I read a review of my books the other day, and my face was like, the fuck? Like, I got a 3-star, so he obviously enjoyed my books, and he obviously wants to see what happens next, and that's fair enough. That's really fair enough. But there was some next level, like apparently, like, my characters were being sexist to Jez because Rang Fang called her boobs. And I was like, the fuck? Like, have you not watched anime before, bro? Like, seriously, you think I'm bad? Like, Jesus Christ. You should really look at the other animes. I mean, like, the stereotypes they come up with in anime is like, fuck it on, mate. Like, you obviously haven't watched enough anime for you know what I mean? Like, I'm not being horrible. Yeah. Like you think, because you read my first book, my mate, I think you know the exact scene I'm referring to. And I was like, this dude has not watched much anime. Like, the shit that some animes come out with, and some of the stereotypes for women, like, especially motherly character archetypes, it's like very old-fashioned. I'm like, dude, seriously, like, you know, and the boob jokes, like, this dude would be triggered, I tell you, if he ever watched an anime. I'll tell you, like for me, like, we all have shits and giggles with anime. Yeah, we know there are some stereotypes. We know it's like, oh mate, bit risque, but still, we have a giggle about it. But like, I was like, but he said he genuinely enjoyed my book. Like, there was no harsh criticism. It was just, hold on. I'll read the whole review to you guys, because I think you need to know. Like you guys need to hear this. And it just made me laugh. Like, he said, oh, he generally enjoys, but there were some sexist things. And I was like, wait, what? Yo, and I'm not being funny. Like, if I pulled shit like that, I know Manga Central would be the first fucker that would get on my back about that shit. Like, like I said, like, trust me, if I was being legitimately that bad, Manga Section would call me out. And there are some risque things in Volume 1. I mean, there was a conversation between Juminho and Non puts the blade to Juminho's throat because he nearly said one of the most offensive things ever. And it's like, and even like my friends are like, yeah, but he's from that time and the guy's going to be a general dick. It's like, see, even my friends get it. But, fucking hell. I'll read the review out. So yeah, I got 3 stars. It was the 3-star one. And I'll read this out to you, because the first one had legitimate criticisms. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's legitimate. And I do need to sort it. And I did sort it since. But yeah, it's just like, whoa. even my face was blown back by like the whole thing, and I was like, the fuck, man, seriously. But you know, it happens. I guess sometimes. Yeah, here we go. Spoilers. So, spoiler warning. So, here we go. This world has a lot of promise, shifting between nightmare and real life. A chosen one story with supernatural spookiness. It's exceptionally stated that near the beginning, the main character has dyslexia and his friend has ADHD. Hopefully, this aspect will be developed more in the future, which it does. That's fine, right? I feel like their significant set has not paid off in this volume. Yes, because it's going to be a long-running series, so that's fair enough. But that is a legitimate criticism. I will take that on. The main character, Kaya, and two friends, Jess and Rang Fang, have lots of potential for development. The way characters treat Jess... Yeah, here we go. The way... the way they treat Jess is sexist. Here we go. Rang Fang by calling her boobs rather than her name is an offensive nickname for no apparent reason. It's because Rang Fang's being a little shit. I will read the next book. I hope the plot goes into play, the characters develop, and Nick finds out more about his role. It is fascinating to see the manga style plot in the... Oh, here we go, in the southeast London. I look forward to see how the world grows. That, I have to admit... So yeah, so I have to admit that like every part of that review was good criticism, apart from that one little bit, and even my face just you know when you do like a cock, your head cocks to one side and like the fuck. I won't reveal the name of this person because, to be honest, the review was totally legitimate. But I just, that one little segment, my head tilted and went, the fuck? If you know what I mean? Like my face actually just went, really? Like, that's your major complaint? And like I say, if anyone watches anime, Jesus Christ, you're going to be in for a ride if you think that's bad enough. Like, no offense to the person who reviewed this. Like, this is no offense to you. Like I say, the rest of criticisms I'll take on board, and I listen to my critiques. But that one part is just like, everyone else who have read my books has not pointed anything like that. To be honest, the one thing I was nervous about was the scene between Non and Geminio. Like, legitimately, I was nervous about that scene. I'm not gonna lie, because I thought something might happen, and I'm like, oh shit. But luckily, people actually understood the story and the way it was going, so thank God. But yeah, but like I said, it can be pretty scary at times, especially when you want to make sure everything is all right, and it's like, okay. But yeah, believe me much, anime has so much worse. Yeah, that's what makes me laugh. It's like, if you ever read a manga in your life, trust me, like, anime's bad enough, but manga takes stereotypes to extreme, and they don't. But the thing is, the one thing with manga I've noticed, they do poke fun at everything and everyone. But they do, like, the boob jokes in anime and manga, because of Japan's sense of humor, is equivalent to a dick joke in Japan. Boob jokes in Japan is equivalent of a dick joke in America and UK. Like, but yeah. And Jesus Christ. But yeah, I have to admit, to be honest, if people only got a gripe with that sort of shit, mate, I'm laughing, because I've had years of this book, and luckily, the one scene I was nervous about has never been dragged up, and I think it's because they know I'm doing it in the mind of a character, and I'm not meaning anything. And to be honest, he was corrected literally, well, I wouldn't say corrected. He was basically told to shut the fuck up by Non immediately. You know what I mean? So, but, oh God. But yeah, it was just the fact that was the one thing that was picked up on, and I was like, wow. Like, you think that's bad? Like, Like, Jesus Christ, you're gonna be, you know, like, you're gonna have fucking fits when you see other animes. Like, it's like, and like, if we're gonna talk about sexism in anime, yeah, let's talk about our tsunderes, our lolicons, our mums in anime. Oh my god, the amount of over sexualization and sexism that goes on in anime with all that shit is unreal. And I'm an anime fan, but even I have to call that shit out, you know. I get it, but you know, at the end of the day, also, they're like 12 to 13-year-olds. Kids are kids, man, and kids can be fucking mean, especially teens. But you know, they weren't really being mean. It was just, and I'm not being funny. Who's had that one friend in school that would grab a fucking boob and get punched for it? Let's be honest. Like, let's be honest. Like, you know, we've all had that one friend. Anyone in the world, like, you always had that dickhead who thinks he's all that, tries to grab a boob or whatever, and then he gets decked. Immediately gets decked. We've all had that one person. You know, I'm not saying it's right, but fucking hell. Like I say, like, trust me, that's actually pretty realistic for teens. I'm not gonna lie. And Revamp doesn't do it out of being a molesting little shit. He's just being a little shit. You know, Revamp calls Nikkei a mophead, for fuck's sake. You know, you know what I mean? It's just Revamp. He's a little shit. He's a lovable little shit, and that's what he is. He will always be a little shit. But there you go. But it just made me laugh. Just like I say, the rest of it was fine. The rest of you, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take that on board. Yep, no, that's fine. Honestly, blah, blah, blah. But it was just that one thing. I was like, you read manga before, love? Like, my brain was like looking at them and like, yeah, like, sexualization can work in the right way, and when it's done well and has a place in the story. But in most anime, it's like, oop, I tripped. Whoops, I landed on your face first in your chest. And triple A demon one, you're yeah, exactly, demon, exactly. You know exactly what I'm on about. Like, and then it's like the immediate slap, and you know, it's like, oh god. It does make me laugh though. And oh god, especially in adult content of anime. Oh my fucking god, it gets even what, like, that's a rabbit hole like no one wants to dig into. Because it gets really bad from there. But yeah, JP, I've been listening for a bit, but I agree with the criticism. It's a little picky, but I think it's still a valid insight into what your audience is looking for. The fact they reached out about it means they cared enough about the story. A lot of Western customers don't love those kinds of jokes, you know. Yeah, no, JP, like I get that. But I'm saying, like as a manga reader myself, like, I've seen worse offenders than my manga. Like, that was a one-off joke, and it was just funny. It just made me laugh, and it was like, hon, you haven't seen any anime, have you? Like, I'm looking at her like, love, you think I'm bad? Jesus Christ, wait till you watch. Like, oh god, someone got me to watch, was it High School DxD? Oh my fucking god. Stereotypes galore, that is. You know, and I have to admit, like, I know a lot of people love that anime, but for me, I absolutely fucking hate it because it's too fan servicey and it really throws me off. Like, it really throws me off. But like I say, the rest, JP, the rest of the review is valid criticism. Like, I've read through the review I actually read through the review. It was just that one bit threw me off because JP, you're gonna laugh at this. So essentially, I had all this genuinely really good criticism. They absolutely loved the book. They loved, you know, blah, 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 all that stuff. And then it was just like that one thing. And it was just like, oh, okay. It was, I don't know. When someone reviews my books and when someone brings something like that up, I've always seen there's a lead up to it. There's like, I love the book, blah, 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 but there's one bit, I'll get to that later, review, and then you mention that bit, because at least I know we're in for it. But it was literally out of left field, and I was like, what? But thanks for the hydrate. But yeah. Thanks for the hydrate. I just found it funny. I'm not angry, I just actually found it really fucking funny. But like I say, the rest of the criticism, I'm like, yeah, okay, actually, I'll take that on board. And it's like, oh yeah, it hasn't paid off in volume 1. It's like, and I actually, literally, I turned around and answered straight back. I went, yeah, because it's a long running series and it will pay off later on, which is true. I have got plans for, you know, Nikkei's dyslexia, where there's going to be some character development on that side, and Rainfang's ADHD, which has actually gotten him into trouble recently in the recent volumes. But yeah. And I hope this person will go on to read the rest of them, because I'm hoping she will, she or he will be enjoying it. Looking at the picture, I'm assuming that person's a he, but I could be wrong. I could be legitimately wrong. But at the end of the day, like, you know, like I said to everyone, like just go watch High School DxD. Fucking hell, that is really fucking bad. To be honest, it got too fan servicey. Like I say, I hate the anime because of that. And it got really fucking rapey at times. I was like, oh no. Oh god, no. No. And it's like, the amount of times like one of the main characters just accepted this dude's perviness. It's like, dude, I that is no way. No one would accept that unless they're like really drunk or something. And I'm like, no. Even, but yeah. And like I say, it's just, to be honest, like with me and anime, I do get a little fussy over fan service, because if it's fan service for the sake of fan service and there's no relevance to it, it's just like, yeah, no, I'm tuning off. Like, I will tolerate it if there is a part to get to a really good bit or story bit, or it's just a moment of, you know, because we know, you know, fan service is a huge thing in Japan. But when it's a show where it's literally just fan service, the anime is just like, nope. I literally just go, no, I'm out. And like I say, it's like recently with Dr. Stone, there was a bit that made me really fucking cringe. But at the same time, I really love the show because it's based on science, it's based on facts. I can push through that because I know it's not that 24/7. It's a good anime. It's just, it's not, you know, and I do take it with a pinch of salt that, yeah, you know what, people like fan service, and I will, you know, it's a Japanese thing, sadly, you know. But I get, like I say, JP, I get it, you know. I don't like things where they get way too, like, risque, like, fan servicey. It just, but, you know, but I respect it, if you get what I mean. Like, I don't know, like, yeah. I don't know, it's just, like, I think it was just out of left field. It just made me laugh. I was just like, really? Oh my god. Shit. Like, the other review actually did have some genuine criticisms as well. And I was like, yeah, the story was a bit too fast paced. That I do agree with. VTLS volumes 1 and 2 were way too fast paced. And I know that's because younger me wanted to get to the cool parts. And now I'm older and wiser, I'm looking at it like, this is why volumes 1 and 2 do need revamping. You know, even, you know, I could have actually just spent volume 3, like, literally with stuff with volume 2, and done a lot of character development, with, you know what I mean? Like, Like that legitimately is criticism. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, David, it was actually a very intentional thing. But yeah. But that's why I want to do Revamp, because Revamp is a passion project for me. You know, and I want to add scenes that I couldn't add before, stuff like that. And people who got volumes 1 and 2 will be very punny. Yeah, there's stuff I want to add from the I say deleted scenes. Like this one, for example, what really happened to Junko and Myra. And I was going to add this later on in the series when I decided against putting it in volume 1. But now I've had like 4 volumes out and the 5th one's round the corner. I was a bit like, well, no, let's put it in the Revamp, because people have probably read my books enough by now to earn it. And it's like, yeah, it's nothing really major that happened. There's no huge revelation. So let's show it. And because I won't have page restraints in the revamps, like literally I put myself to 180 page per book, but I've learned to pace myself since then. I've learned if I can't get it out on one volume, it will come out on the next. I'm slowly learning to pace my stories better. But yeah, I'm really excited for your revamp, honestly. Can't wait to see your improvements and growth from the book I can hold. Yeah. And like I say, anyone who has volumes 1 and 2 will get this free as a PDF. If this does blow up and get popular enough, I'll do a Kickstarter where I basically go, okay, this is a Kickstarter, you know, and we'll set up goals, we'll set up little extra merchandise if we hit certain goals, stuff like that, but we will get these books printed. Like, as promised, I will get these books printed if it gets popular enough. That's my vow to you now. Like, if it gets popular, super popular, and I'm like, hey, let's research how much would it cost to get it into a sort of, you know, book, you know, and literally people who have volumes 1 and 2 who have pledged will get a copy for free. Everyone who gets who's got volume 1 and 2 will get it for free. Stuff like that. Like, I'm planning to print not just more than 100 copies. I'm thinking like 300 each. So then anyone who has these books will get them for free. So even though they get them free as a PDF, they'll get like the physical copies after the fact for free, alongside with anyone who obviously put in money towards it. So, you know, things like that. But I'm super excited because to be honest, the only thing I'm debating is whether to do Revamp fully colored, or should I do up to chapter, I think it's chapter 1 is up to, yeah, prologue is fully colored, but I know that because the way the black and white is like on volume 1, because I originally was trying to do it with pro markers and then use the pro markers as a sort of way to get the grays in. And then I realized it didn't look that great. And then I was like, not good. And I kind of realized then, like, yeah, this has to be proper black and white. And I have to put it in the tones where I think it's going to be. But yeah, and to be honest, I have learned a lot about being self-published since then. I have learned a lot how to be a better self-published mangaka since then. And there's a lot of learning curves that I needed to learn. I needed to grow from, and I needed to be better at. And now I know all those things. I guess volume Revamp 1 and 2 would be a celebration of that. It would be a celebration of my progress and how far I have come as an artist and as a mangaka. And you know, because it's not just my art is improved. I do feel, to a huge extent, my writing has significantly improved as well. Like, when I first published volume 1, I must have been... How old was I when I first published volume 1? I would say volume 1, I was about early 20s. It was my early 20s that I first published. If you watch the first Comic-Con video I did at MCM when I first published Volume 1, you would know that that's how long it's been. Actually, I could tell you that right now. Let's go find out together. So we're going to find out right now. We're going to go on my page. Yeah. We're going to pause that. We don't want that. We want to go on my playlists. Okay. So the first time that I first published Volume 1, was 2015. Now it's 2023. That's when I released Volume 1. With Rachel, with me and Lee. That's what I haven't beaten this since then. That's when I sold 50 books. I came close at Anime Con. I sold 40, I think it was like 45, 46 books. I only needed 5 more to beat my record. But yeah. So MCM, hold on. Yeah. So the June was published June 3, 2016, but this was in October 2015 when I first released. That's how old Volume 1 is, since release, which is, when you think about it, that's fucking crazy. VTLS has been around longer than even I thought. I was like, oh yeah, it's been around 7 years, but it's, so essentially, hold on. Shit, 2 years. 2 years from now, guys, it'll be 10 years since first volume publication. I think we need to do something special that year. I think we do need to do, I think I'm going to try and make that my goal to make sure VTLS Volume 1 Revamp gets at least done by then. Like, I think that will be my goal, is to get Volume 1 Revamp done by then. Because I think that would be a really nice way to kick off celebrations. And would do it, like, literally on the October Comic-Con date, which we'll find out. So that first date of Comic-Con is when we do that. Because the thing is, I will be releasing this chapter by chapter. And it'd be exclusive to look at in Ko-fi. So this will be exclusive Ko-fi thing. Unless you own a Volume 1, that is. Obviously, or a Volume 2. And you guys will be getting this chapter by chapter after the sneak preview stuff. So, once I've done the chapters, it's coming straight out to you guys. There we go. I think, apart from that leg... Oh, this is Fullmetal Alchemist. I just realized what the tune was. This is a fucking tune. This is one of my favorite, like, anime openings of all time. Because it's just a beautiful opening. Emma Lee does a really beautiful cover of this, actually, funnily enough. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm really hyped for Volume 1 Revamp. And I have been working on it since I literally been, like, nailed down. I nailed myself down to a chair and go, right, I need to do Volume 1. Volume 1 Revamp needs to be done now. Like, Volume 5 needs to be done. But I will be kicking my stepdad's ass, and I'll be like, dude, we need to get Volume 5 out as soon as. And I probably will take a break from the main series to do Revamp. Because now I'm a bit like, we do need to do something to mark 10 years of VTLS. Like, VTLS has an actual genuine birthday since first conception, which is, if I remember correctly, VTLS's birthday's in the same day as me when I first came up with the concept for it. So 20th of July. And when I did the Chibi Magnet, the idea was 16 years old by then. So, and that was Celebration. So if we work it out from there, VTLS should be, in theory, I think it's about over 20 years old now since first conception. But third publication would be literally 10 years hitting 2025. That is crazy, isn't it, guys? Like, that means VTLS right now has been around for so it's 2015, yeah. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. Yeah, 8 years. Coming to October, it'd been around for 8 years. Fucking hell. My manga's actually older than I thought. Dude, that's actually, you know, like when your mind gets blown by something, my mind's just like, wait, shit. My manga series is actually old. Like 10 years old since first publication. That is crazy. Like, that's actually blown my mind. Like, I'm sitting here like, I can't believe that. Literally, I cannot legitimately believe it. We're going to add speed lines afterwards, actually. There we go. But yeah. To be honest, I think we need to do a week of streaming as well, I think we need to do that. I think 2025, we need to do a birthday week in October, anniversary since first publication. We do need to celebrate that because that's a fucking milestone for VTLS. And great. I'm still sorry, but I can't believe I've been around that long. Just the factor of Jesus, no wonder why I think like volume 1 and 2 need updating. That's crazy. I can't get over that, guys. I really can't. My books have been around for literally 18 years. When it hits October, Jesus. Like, yeah, all right. I'm not like big or anything, but I think it's just been nice to celebrate it still with you guys, because at the end of the day, I'm still here thanks to you lot for your encouragement and love and all that to the community. And it's crazy. Like, wow. Not many people get this far. And this is the thing. When people say, oh, not many people get this far with their books and all that and manga and stuff like that, I didn't realize. I actually full on didn't think to myself and realized how long that was, how long it's been. And even I'm like, dude, that's a lot. That is a lot to take in. Like, even I'm like, my mind just, like, your mind must be blown too, my bear, because how long have you been part of this community? You've been part of this community for quite some time now, haven't you? Like, what, 2-3 years now? Like, Jesus. That's me thinking, oh, you've been around since like halfway through, like, you know, VTLS's life. And there's me like going, oh shit, no, you haven't. Like, I didn't even comprehend that. That's crazy, guys. That is legitimately like, oh shit, like, we've gotten this far. Jesus, where does time go? Like, I remember still when I did my first MCM, this was pre-repop, and I was just excited to just get my first book out, you know? Like, I have all this planned, but I was just excited. And having, just what spurred me on to do more books was I sold 50 copies at my first con because people took a chance on me. I've made fans since then, and I wasn't even streaming. I was just making like a couple of videos, and I had to have a lot of help because I didn't know how to do this. And now I'm sitting here streaming, doing Dungeons and Dragons every other week, talking to you guys, having permanent fans like JP, Muck Bear, Ocean. Like, you know, I have a community, and it's wow. Okay. Just I think my brain's getting a little overloaded. I think I'm getting a little overwhelmed. I'm like, oh, not in a way I'm going to cry, but just like, oh, shit. Yeah, I'm a thing, aren't I? I'm not like famous or anything, but I am actually a thing. Like, no one, I tell you what, this will be a story I haven't told you for AnimeCon. Because honestly, this blew my mind. So I was on my table at AnimeCon in Birmingham. I was chatting to this dude, and he went, I know you. And I went, wait, what? He went, I know you. I recognize your voice when I started talking to him about my books. I recognize your art style. And I went, really? And he went, you're Vamp. I'm a fan of yours. You're really funny. And I was like, wait, what? My mind was like, when I meet a fan and I don't know who they are, it blows my mind every time. I'm like, wait, I have fans outside of real people? Like, you know, what I mean is people I know or friends of friends or stuff like that. And it's weird. It's just to have these fans come up to me and know who I am and go, you're Vamp. And I'm like, I've only got like so many hundreds of subscribers. I've only got like a handful of subscribers or followers. Like I'm like legitimately like, wow. I'm I'll fucking do the speed lines now. But yeah, I'm so like, whoa, shit. I really didn't understand that. But yeah, it's weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's really fucking weird, but really fucking weird in a good way. And I'm still to this day, when someone recognizes me, like I've had people actually, like not recently, but over time, recognize me off the street and gone, you're Vamp. And I went, wait, what? You're Vamp the Lost Soul. And I went, yeah. Or you're the author, aren't you? And it always throws me out of left field when people grow on me like that. And I'm like, wait, what? And it's just, yeah. It's something I'm never used to. I'm not going to lie. And I think I do need to get used to it, I think. I do. And it's not a bad thing, but at the same time, I'm like, wait, you actually like my shit? You can get a little weird sometimes. And it's in a good weird. It's a good weird. And it's just, oh, wow. Sorry, it's just, like, I get starstruck by my fans, and it's really weird to say. And I'm not sure if anyone's had that experience as well, when someone nerds out over you and you go, wait, and then you're having a nerd out as well, when you're both like nerding out, and I'm trying not to nerd out, and you can tell my face is like, I really want to fucking nerd out. I really want to fucking nerd out. It's super weird, but I love it. It's weird, but I love it. And I think over time, like, as this happens more often, if I ever blow up, I probably will be like a lot more used to it and stuff like that. But like at the moment, I think it's just like people know me shit. I think I'm still at that stage. It's just like, wait, what? Like, I've only got a handful of people and you know me. I'm back. My brain's completely disconnected. Yeah, it's fine, man. It's fine. You said you're not you're not there completely, so it's understandable, dude. I was talking about while I was at AnimeCon, I forgot to tell everyone this. I found a fan that is actually a fan of my stuff, of my YouTube channel, and my mind was blown. And I was trying my best not to nerd out when he was nerding out for me, and I was like, wait, I have a fan. And I was nerding out the fact I had a fan. But I wasn't like doing it in front of him, but my brain was like, oh my god, 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 what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? But yeah, I know. I'm not used to people knowing me. Like I say, I'm used to like friends or friends of friends, like I've always said before. But I never had a real fan. Well, no, I did. I do. Not like, because I've had it happen to me several times, but like, I'm still not used to it. I'm not used to people knowing me outside of real life. And sometimes when people go, hey, I recognize your voice, dude, you're Vamp, aren't you? And I was like, wait, what? Who? What? Blip, blip, blip. And yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. And I'm like, and I love it as well. Like I love it, but at the same time, I'm like, how do I react to this? I do not know how to react to the situation. And I try to be as humble as possible as well when I'm like to my fans. It's weird. I'd love to come meet you and con someday, maybe in cosplay. That'd be awesome. I'll place a squeak. Oh, I'll know who you are. I know. We've discussed this before. Like when you have that squeaky on our table, that squeaky better have a teapot. I'm joking. No, seriously. Any squeak, I will know who you are. I'll be like, mate, holy shit, it's you. To be honest, I'll probably jump out behind the table and just give you a big fucking hug. Because you're such a wholesome little man. I say little man, I apologize. You're a wholesome dude. Like, because you're so wholesome, it's like, you're so wholesome. I want you to give you a big squeak. But yeah, I'll give you like a high five and a hug. Seriously, man. Like, as soon as I see you, I'll be like, fucking yes, mate. Like, I'm a fan of, to be honest, my man, I'm a fan of you. Like, your artwork is, oh my God, I just love your art style. I love your drawings. I love your art style. And I want more. I always want, it's like when you were doing the Dobby Dio. Oh my God. Like, I know you hated it, but I loved it. Because your art style just suited the curse stuff so well. Oh, God. I so wanted to use it as a counter for the one shot as well. And just like say, yeah, my bear did this. But yeah, it's just maybe in another one shot, because we never know. Dobby Dio might have survived. We never know. But yeah. But I will be back one day having my computer sorted. Yeah, no, don't apologize. Dude, don't apologize. It's fine. It's fine. I had a feeling as soon as you said your computer was fucked, I was like, yeah. So that's why I did the chibi one as a backup. Because luckily, Nim had it commissioned. And I was like, Joe, what? It's a good opportunity to do a backup counter just in case. So I did a backup. It's fine. I had a feeling it would happen as soon as you told me that. I was like, yeah, that ain't going to be fixed on time. Because the problem is PCs, like, people don't realize how expensive PCs are, especially if you want ones to specifications to stream, to do art programs, stuff like that. Like, that shit is super expensive, man. It ain't cheap. Like, you're paying like literally over $1,000 for your PC, like $1,000 or more for a decent PC. To do streaming, to do gaming, to do anything really. So anything like super powerful, like your artwork in that. And if you're art streaming, gee, you better shed out that £1,000 or more, because you need a PC that can handle a streaming program while you're working on the rest of it, you know. But yeah, it's just like, don't worry about it, dude. Seriously. Oh yeah, definitely, it can be hella pricey. Like, if you want a basic bitch PC, yeah, go for a basic bitch PC. Like, seriously, no one's stopping you, because as long as you don't want anything like crazy out of it, it's fine. But as soon as you go streaming and art programs and streaming games territory, you will have to be willing to shed out quite a few bits of dollar just to get a decent one. Like, I'm not even joking. It's pretty like crazy. Like, my PC used to be like the second best at the time. Now I'm looking at it like yeah, it still does the job really nicely. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I might be due for a new one soon. Not soon, but like in a couple of years' time, I might have to like look into a newer PC. But right now, with the way things are, it will do for now. And especially the way the economy is at the moment, I'm a bit like, I want to keep back until like things get affordable again, and I'm like, yeah, and then I can get it then, there and then. But yeah, there we go. To be honest, this version is a lot better. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. There we go. Right, file, save. Right, now we're in the coloring stage. So what I want to do is get rid of that layer, new raster layer. So this is what I'm going to do. For now, I'm going to draw like a blue ink going up there. Like this. No, we need something a bit more deeper. So edit, undo. So we need to do that. And then that. Now, the reason I'm doing this is to roughly show where I want my stuff to be. So then when I do the paint bucket and I use this handy little tool, you'll see what I mean in a minute. I do that, it should, oh, in theory, it should. But yeah. Oh, returning chatter. Hey, Fender. Hello, hello, hello. How you been? How you been? How you been? Doing some Volume 1 revamp work. How exciting. Oh, I've seen your full way art, by the way. Well done for paying attention on my my art style, by the way. Looks really good. Color me impressed. Well, don't color me in literally. How you been, Fender? I hope life is treating you well. We were talking about PCs and like what you need to do to stream, like how much you need to spend. Like I say, streaming grade PCs are hella expensive. So you have to be honest, to get into the streaming area, like, yes, you can do a tin can PC, but you have to play like really old games and stuff. Like if you really want to get into streaming, like you would need to sort of be hella sure that you're going to get into it before like dedicating it. Because like you have to like spend out at least like £1,000 to get a PC that can literally just about manage to stream like a high profile game and that. But if you want to do art stuff, then you gotta be willing to shed at least £1,000 for it. Like I had to shed out just about £1,000 on mine. And to be honest, like compared to like, and this is not me being mean to myself, but this is the truth about PCs. Right now, my PC will probably be considered trash compared to other PCs. Because PCs develop quickly and new technology comes out and it's like, yeah, my PC's trash now. I was like, nah, it does the job, but you know. Oh, by the way, I'm going to give you a wave because I've got like a thing that can track my hands now, which is fun. But yeah, I love the fact I can wave to people now. It's kind of like a really nice thing that I can just wave to people now on stream. So hello. But yeah. Oh. It's better than my PS4. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, like I get like the PS5 is really good. I'm not gonna lie, and the Xbox like One X are brilliant and that. To be honest, like I know it sounds really like cheesy. I still think the PS4 and the Xbox One still holds up. Like you think about like all the updates and that, it still keeps up with it. It's maybe not as fast or anything, but it keeps up. And the fact that these old gen like the last gen consoles can do that, like literally, I'm not kidding you, Fender. Like the Xbox 360 era and the Xbox and the PlayStation 2 and 3, you wouldn't get that. Like you wouldn't get like, you know, an update or two still coming to the consoles. It would just be, no, right, we're doing updates only for this now. We're shutting down this. That's it. The fact they still update those consoles every now and again it does amaze me. Like we now gotten to the point where they're still updating old consoles because they're like, they still are viable. It might be because it's a really old PS4. Yeah, because my Xbox 360 does that a lot now. Like I want to keep it going, but I'm like, yeah, that Xbox is slowing the fuck down. And sometimes I like to play for some of my old school games on there. Though, the Xbox is catching up on getting on my old games on there, so I might not even have a need for the 360 anymore after a certain point. Oh god, the OG one. Yeah, that ain't gonna catch up too nicely. I know, like, the Pro catches up pretty well, but yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm drinking my Lipton tea. If you're wondering why my hand was going up in the air randomly, I was having Lipton peach tea. Oh god. Do you know what? I never liked iced tea until I've had Lipton flavored tea. My favorite is raspberry. So if someone could get me a fat bottle of raspberry, oh my god, yes, mate. You'll be my best mate. I found a fat bottle of peach, which was brilliant. Found out. Oh, Fender. Me and my wife celebrated our 4th wedding anniversary, by the way, recently. And we went out to Canterbury for it. Oh, we had a lovely time there. I had to stop my wife from kidnapping a baby duck. I'm not kidding, because she said, I want to get a net so I can get the baby duckling so I can take it home with me because it's so cute. And I was like, no, Rachel, no. Seriously, like, if my wife can do it, she would. If she would want that, if she wants that baby duck, guess what's going to happen? She's going to get that baby duck. And people think, oh, you're joking. And I'll look at them, I'm like, mate, I ain't fucking joking. You know, like when you give someone a look and like, no, mate, I'm just not joking. Yeah, thank you. So it's our 4th, we've been together for 9 years. This is our 4th wedding anniversary. So we've been married for happily married for about 4 years now. So I'm scratching my back. I love the fact it follows my body, but it doesn't really, because when you, like, if I do a complex hand move like this, my model looks like my fingers break after a while. It's quite funny. You'll see it in a minute. Hold on. I was trying to like show like how thick the book was. Let's try it again. Let's see if it does it. It does roundabout. Like, but if I do that with my fingers closed in, it looks like my fingers are breaking. Hold on, we'll see if it does it. Yeah. It looks like my fingers are breaking. It looks like someone snapped my fingers sideways. Oh, it's funny. I love it when it does complex hand poses. Like, it just goes, the program just goes nope. To be honest, that's why I want like the little device where it tracks my hands properly, because when it does that, and then I don't have to tolerate that anymore. But because this is a program that's tracking it by camera only, it kind of just goes, I don't understand this herp derp. The program just goes into complete meltdown. It just doesn't like it. Because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to break down. That's what my PC program does. It just has a hissy fit. It just breaks. It's just like, no. 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 Superman no home. No. Okay. Right. First off, that's going on top layer. Second off, it's going to referring layer. So this is how I do my flame effects, by the way. So if you're wondering why I'm doing this in red, you'll see in a minute. Right, so the second bit, we need to do one bit on the outside. So we have to be really careful how we set this up. Let's do that. And we're going to zoom in really close. So it might look a little pixelated. I will warn you. Oh, it doesn't look that... I was waiting for it to go really pixelated, but obviously not. So we're going to do a mix of referring to other layers. And then get the pen. And just slowly... Hold on. If I do a thicker pen... There we go. And then what we do is we get the layer from behind. Actually, yeah, do the layer from behind. So we go behind the color. So this is an illusion trick I like to do. So what you can do with art programs is set up a little trick that makes it look like there's a depth perception going on, essentially with your effects. No, edit, undo. Ooh, you're gonna go the AOT. Ooh, nice. Feel free to show off your art, by the way, today, mate. Oh, by the way, let's have a look at what Fender's been up to. Oh, I love the little kitty cat. Sorry. Someone slammed down the little kitty cat thing. And I fucking love it. Sorry, someone did a little kitty cat meme. Hold on, I'll show you. Like, I'm a dude, but even I think this is fucking cute. Look at it. He's like, yeah, I'm excited. Tap, 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 tap. Do you know what? That's like one of the oldest fucking memes ever, I'll tell you. Super old, that is. But it's still fucking adorable. I shouldn't swear, but Jesus, that's fucking cute. Not just cute, it's effing cute. And everyone can fight me over it if they think otherwise. This is one of these tunes I love. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. So for the flame effect, what I do is try to create this sort of, hold on. There we go. So what you want to do is create sort of like a big bulbous head at first at the beginning of the flame, and then you just slowly thin it out into the ends of the flame. Fill it with red. Hold on. Now we need to refer to other layers first, because we need to make sure this gets all blocked up. Same here. Just block all this up. Awesome. And then just sort of... That's it. And then get the other one. And what we do is we're going to use this as a really creative tool to sort of... There we go. Awesome. Same here. Just do that. Get the rubber. Just sort out the bits that comes into stray by hand. This is the only disadvantages about some of this. I should really learn, to be honest, one criticism I say, I should really learn to use speed lines afterwards. What manga is everyone reading if you're reading it? Right now, because at the moment I have promised my wife we won't get any more manga until we move out. So right now I'm rereading My Hero Academia for action references. I need to actually read another manga, Hellsing, I think I need to read again for action references. But yeah, Sword Art Online. Do you know what? I could never get along with Sword Art Online. I'm honestly, I know like a lot of anime community is going to be controversial as hell, but I just could never get along with the series. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's because the plot or whatever. I just can't seem to get along with it. I just yeah, it's all right. The art style's pretty though. Yeah, I think it's because I think in my mind, Sword Art Online can get very, very tropey at times, and the problem is when you train yourself through talking to other authors and that to recognize tropes. Yeah. See, my problem with Sword Art Online, it's very tropey and it's basically Hunger Games online. That's how I feel about it. And I think that's, sorry, I'm just stretching my back. And I think this is why I have conflicted feelings, because a lot of it really bloody shows. And it's like, do I like it though? And this is how I do my flame bits, by the way. It's sort of do stuff like that. And then just sort of, yeah, there we go. There we go, awesome. And then just colour it in by hand. Do one more flicky bit there. Awesome. But yeah, I think that's what it is with online, and sadly it uses a lot of anime tropes as well, and I think that's what gets on my nerves about that show. It's about the show and the manga in general. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't bring anything new to the table, and I think sometimes when it becomes super predictable, and as a writer, like when you write your own stuff and like say you talk to other authors and you learn about tropes and how to use them, because tropes aren't a bad thing. And this is something I need to get out there now, is tropes aren't a bad thing, but if not used effectively and you don't bring something new to that trope to the table that is interesting and engaging to read, it puts a lot of readers off quite quickly. And I think that's what happened with me and Sword Art Online, is I got put off very fast, very quickly. This is why I love fucking Overlord. Is a fantastic isekai anime. But yeah, 6 out of 10 so far, but I'm 100 pages in. Fair enough. Overlord, on the other hand, can get a little fan servicey at times. It can get, that bit can get annoying. But other than that, oh my god, well written manga and a lot of foreshadowing, even for future seasons that haven't happened yet. A lot of, it's a very, very clever anime, and you could like, and I've got my own theories about why the main character gets a lot more inhuman over time, and it's really good. I highly recommend Overlord because it can be really twisted and it's really good, and it takes isekai in a different mindset, and I think this is what I like about it so much. What's this? But yeah, it's, Jesus Christ, very good. Like, some isekais could, when an isekai pulls off their premise really well, like Overlord, I get really into it. But I think with isekai, it depends on the premise, and it's not, oh, overpowered character and stuff like that. If it's self-aware and it's a comedy, I'll still give it a go because it's a self-aware comedy. It's taking the mick out of that sort of thing. That's why also I like One Punch Man. I love the shit out of One Punch Man because it takes the mickey out of Superman, and it's basically, the whole premise of One Punch Man is a super depressed Superman that wants a good fight, and it's like, yes, I love this and I am all in for it. And the show's more about the side characters than the main character himself, which makes the manga even better. So it's not just about the jokes, but the character development of the side characters. And I'm in for that. I'm all in for that sort of manga. But yeah, Fender, if you ever want to write your own manga series, right, there's a YouTube channel I want you to check out. And it's not just about manga, but it's about how to use tropes from shows, animes, fiction, books, everything. How to see tropes as not a bad thing, but how to identify when a trope is, how can I put this, is not being used well, or it's being overused to such a degree. Yeah. Yeah, in Saki, the main character gets annoyed at characters' editors. See, I love that sort of stuff. I love that sort of full breaking stuff. That's quite fun as well. I think this is why I love Deadpool as well, as that bloody superhero. Well, he's not a superhero, he's more of an anti-hero, but he makes me laugh because he breaks the fourth wall like no tomorrow. That's why I love the game. Like, people go, well, you know, the game's not that great mechanically. It's like, it's poking fun at video games. That's what Deadpool the game is. If Deadpool made his own video game, this is what it would be like. That's the joke. But really sad they didn't make a second video game, because that would have been funny, you know. And the fact, like, the fun he can poke at next generation storytelling in video games, you know. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like if you absorb other medias other than anime, you actually learn a lot about tropes. It's called, like I say, the channel is called Overly Sarcastic Productions, and it talks about how, like, from kaijus as a trope, like Godzilla and that, to like lancers, which is basically, if you got a group of heroes, you got always someone in the group that questions the main character or the leader of the group, which is, that's what the lancer does. That's the primary job of the lancer, in the story is to question the hero and call them out on their crap and stuff like that. So thank you for the posture check. I have a stretch. But yeah. Overly Sarcastic Productions is a very, very good resource for writers. And since I've used it, it's improved my writing a lot. Because I understand how tropes work and how to use tropes effectively in my stories. Or how not to use them more like. But yeah. And I do admit when personal bias gets involved, which is really good as well, because they own up to that. And it's like, yeah, cool. Right. There we go. So we got our base for the flame effect. And yes, I don't file, save. So, but before we do the flame effect, now we can color in the characters. So the only reason I did this was to basically get what I need out of it first and then start coloring in. So we'll get Jaminio's skin color and we get his cloak first. And now we just need the paint bucket. So we just refer to other layers. Boom. This bit is easy. So we could just sort of drop the bucket in wherever we need it to go. Like here as well. Michael Bear Demon, I'm very sorry, but I'm so out of it, but I'll be lucky. No, it's fine, dude. We've only got like, what, 15 minutes left? So, you know, don't wait. And thank you for the hydrate, dude. I'll do that right now. I will keep hydrated. Thank you very much. But yeah. But this is what I'm saying is I do enjoy stories, and don't get me wrong. But the one thing I have to admit, it does really annoy me, and I think I talked about this before on stream, but Fender, you'll find this funny, is when you become a writer yourself and you get a good understanding of not just tropes and that, but how writers do things, what the tricks are in, you know, building suspense and that. The problem is, if it's very rarely a writer will throw me out of left field. So say there's a murder mystery, for example, like, or, you know, they're trying to keep the secret of who's done what or whatever. I can normally predict what happens next or who's done what. And then it comes up and it's like, oh, not a surprise, because that's how I would write it, sort of thing, if I was a writer. I have only very rarely got sucker punched in a couple of medias. And sometimes I get really annoyed at myself because I want to enjoy the show, or I want to enjoy watching a certain anime, or, you know, stuff like that. And then I end up ultimately spoiling stuff for myself, and because I predict things and it's in my head. And when I predict it, I can't turn it off. And then when the prediction comes true, I go, basically, I say all sorts of colors at myself, and I'm like, James, you are a beep, 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 beep. Because you just spoiled it for yourself and you called it instantly. Right? One of the only few shows that suckered punched me and made me guess wrongly was Wednesday. The old Netflix series, Wednesday. I called out one of the characters to be a villain straight off the bat because it was way too goddamn obvious. And it turned out to be someone else in the end. And when I look back on it, I should have saw it coming. And it's like, well done to the writer. I applaud writers that make me guess twice, or hit me with something I wasn't going to see coming, because that's skill on the writer's half. Like, if you can get a fellow writer to guess wrongly, then you've done your job well. But yeah, it does annoy me when I can call things, or I can see things coming from a mile, and then it's like, oh, I predicted it right. It's like, fuck, damn it, brain, why did you do this to me? Why did I become a writer in the first place? Damn you, brain. Yeah. It sadly sometimes that's the only downside, I think, when you become writing your own stuff, is you can predict things that are coming for a mile. If it's like, not because it's not well written usually, it's just usually it's what would I do in that situation if I was writing it, and then your brain goes, oh yeah, this will happen. You know, some things can be so badly written you can predict it from a mile if you know what the trope is. And it's like it's like playing a game. Spot the trope, you see it coming, it happens, you're like, yeah, called it. It's like, and it's not a satisfying thing because you're like, fuck damn it, brain. Why can't you just enjoy it? And your brain stop being hypercritical of the show you want to watch. But sometimes it happens. It does generally happen sometimes, and it is a trade-off when you want to write your own stuff. But it's a trade-off that I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Like, not even for a moment. Because at the end of the day, I can then see things critically and then like think to myself and go, okay, this is how I would rate it. And I might go, yeah, people would predict that, or I can't write any better. Because sometimes it helps you as a writer as well to critical. It's worse when the sub people spoil it and the dub watchers. Yeah, I hate when it happens. But it's, to me, actually, no, I think it's worse when you spoil it for yourself. Because like I say, when you can predict something coming from a mile, and like I say, I don't talk to people about it. I watch it, and in my head, I'm like, this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen. Because as a writer, you're spotting foreshadowing, you're spotting this, you're spotting that. And it's not a, I guess it's a bad thing, because sometimes when it spoils it, you think, fuck damn it, I just wanted to enjoy the show, and your brain won't turn off its like sort of critical writing thinking mode. But it's actually a compliment to yourself. Because let me explain. I know it sounds really weird, but hold off. Let me explain. If you can spot something coming for a mile and no one else sees it coming, that means you are getting good at spotting tropes and foreshadowing and their writing technique. Which means it might not mean the show's bad. It just means you can spot it coming. You have seen this before. And this is why it's good to absorb different bits of media than just like, you know, anime or comics and stuff like that. Because you learn writing techniques by watching them. You learn what's bad writing by watching and absorbing a lot of different medias and understanding those tropes and their writing styles, and know how to improve upon it for yourself and improve upon yourself as a writer, for comics, books, or whatever. It's a curse, but it's a blessing at the same time, especially if you want to create your own stuff. But yeah, it's worse when so if you predict it, then it might not be yes. This is a yes and no answer. So difference between badly written, if I could predict it, and it's good, but because I have trained my brain to recognize certain things, is something really bad is if everyone can see it coming. So if writer me predicts it and everyone else can predict it, and we roll our eyes like, oh, of course it's going to be him, and it's no, and the payoff is not good, it's shit. It's a very, very badly written thing. And this is me being honest. Like, if it just makes you, oh, fuck's sake. But if you predict it and the build up is really good and it's really well written and it's no one else saw it coming, but you as a writer saw it coming. But for you, it's not about the prediction. It's about then the journey to that prediction coming true. It's really weird. This is why it's a yes or no answer. And as you grow older as a writer, you will get these nuances more and more. Like I said, I'll tell you, like, in The Witcher season 1, and this is me watching The Witcher. No, actually, let's not use that example because you wouldn't be watching that, because that's like an 18 plus show, so we won't use that. Spy X Family. There we go. That's a funny comedy show. So I predicted something would happen in season 1. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I saw it coming for a fucking mile. But the build up to it was really good. But it was funny when it paid off. Even though I predicted the outcome of the show, it was still good because it gave me a chuckle. Because it was not anything on, it's not bad writing per se. It just means your writing brain is pretty much attuned. Even though I get annoyed at myself, I really do get annoyed at myself when I want to watch a really good show and I predict something's happened, and I have to then make it about the journey than the prediction coming true. It's very, very hard to explain, but it's a very nuanced skill, and over time you'll find out what's well written and what's badly written. So, say for example, My Hero Academia, we knew from, like, I predicted Deku would try to take things on his own at a very later season when things went to shit. That prediction came to be, but the journey towards that prediction was really good. Like, everything up to that point was very well written. It's no fault on the writer's half. It's just more of, again, my brain's so attuned to how people would write things, because I write my own manga, so it's weird. It's, like I say, it's very hard to explain. It's not like I say, if you can outsmart me and I cannot predict what you're going to be doing, you've done a good job, as not just as an author to entertain the non-author masses, but you've done something that threw me out the loop, and then I get to learn from that person and say, right, let's break it down. What did they do so right, and why did it work so well? But like I said, at the end of the day, like, you would absorb so much media by the end of, by the start of your writing or whatever, you would actually be able to go, you would predict most things, because a lot of things have certain tropes in a lot of genres. A horror genre will always have a build-up of horror. It wouldn't just try and scare you straight away, because that's honestly shit writing. That is what bad writing is. But if you do good build-up, like, I don't like horror personally. I get scared. Oh, for God's sake, I get scared shitless with horror. I don't know what happened there. I think my clip studio crashed. But I think we're gonna have to raid somebody, because, but yeah, it's a very nuanced subject. And I'll tell you what, Bender, before we raid somebody and we load these pages up so I can save, I will swing you over to this channel, because I think if you want to start writing, it's very good. This is a very, very good place to start understanding tropes and how to not see them as bad things. Hold on. Let me trope talk. There we go. And yeah, a lot of it's just talking about tropes and stuff like that, but it's very good. Oh, sorry, Red. I'm gonna have to. There we go. Oh. Just have a look. It helps you be more critically thinking about how you write stories, or how you write comics, and how you write storyboards and stuff like that. It's not a animation or whatever. It's a talk. It's a talk about different tropes and stuff like that. So if you want to use a certain trope in your story, look it up, because this person's covered like 90% of tropes, and they're still doing videos to this day, or people, I should say. Yeah, it didn't save. Crap. Okay, we're gonna just have to raid then. That has annoyed me, actually. When a program crashes, people, and you don't save, this is what happens. Remember to save. But anyways, we're gonna probably raid now, because, to be honest, that's really bad. I'm gonna have to do this page throughout the week and just hope it doesn't do that anymore. So right, let's have a raid. Let's see who is online. If you've got anyone to recommend to raid, let me know, long as they are a fellow artist. Because I try to raid people that relate to my stuff. Who should I pick on today? This is going to be interesting. Ooh, I know she's just having a chat. We could. Hey, Ocean, we're just about to raid somebody. Yeah, we're raiding. We're just picking somebody to pick on. Do you know what? Let's pick on Cookie. Right. When you raid Cookie, say we are here to steal your tea. Just say to Cookie, we're here to steal her tea. She would absolutely love it. I swear. Oh god. I'm sorry, man. But we'll have a look at it next time. Anyways, guys, I hope you keep well. I hope you keep safe. I hope you keep smiling, and I hope you look after yourselves. Remember, just love each other, keep yourself safe, keep improving yourselves. Remember, you're all wonderful people. There's no such thing as perfection, but you can always improve. That's always my message to all artists. Anyways. Oh, my exit button. There we go. I think my stream deck is getting a bit fussy with me now. There we go. See you later, people. Bye. Remember, we are here to steal your tea.